Good morning, Nigeria. Welcome to Social Media Trends on the Weekend Show. My name is PETERS. Glad to be back from our anniversary episode. But now with fresh social media trends. Now, of course, a lot happened this week from BB Naija. I don't want to go into it, but let's start with some of the very, very important stories that trended on social media. Now, of course, on Saturday morning, the AAC presidential candidate Omoyele Sowore was arrested. This is as a result of the Revolution Now protest that he had planned to take place across Nigeria from Monday. And according to the DSS, the reason for the arrest was because of the protests threatens public peace and coexistence between Nigerians. Now, a lot of Nigerians did not find this funny on social media. Now, after his arrest, Sahara reporters, now, of course, he's the owner, they released the CCTV footage showing the arrest. Let's take a look at this quickly. Of course, social media was divided, but a lot of people could not help but to, just praise Sowore for just the person that he is. And of course, let's take a look at some of those reactions. At Ogundamisi tweeting, DSS is holding at Yele Sowore under the Nigerian Terrorism Prevention Act. Like I said earlier, the government is bringing a nuclear bomb to a fist fight. A local DPO in Lagos could easily have charged Sowore and his group for misdemeanor, that is defacing public property in Lagos. At Dele Momodu, speaking to his character, tweeted, Omoyele Sowore started the struggle long ago and may have been inadvertently turned into the new face and leader of the Nigerian Revolution. Here he was mobilizing for Chief MK Abiola and the June 12 Buraha. At J. Hamor also tweeting, the conscience is an open wound and only the truth can heal it. Sowore has been a fighter and will continue to fight. Hear him speak to power. I'm sorry we can't play any of these videos. And let's move on to the next tweet. At Gimba Kankanda, Femi Falana is asking the Nigerian government to tell him the section of the Nigerian Constitution that finds Sowore guilty of treason. He also has a sub for someone we all know. Now, of course, Femi Falana is representing him. Well, this person at Eze Akachidoze is not in support of Sowore and his Sowore, the Revolution Now protest. So here's what he had to say. Atiku in Dubai, Sowore family in New York, Reno in US, Kano in UK, all with one agenda, to burn down Nigeria. No, we won't accept that. Now, of course, there were speculations from so many Nigerians, saying that the DSS cannot detain him for so long, without charging him to court. Well, there was actually a case, they were actually trying to hold him for a number of days. And this news now broke that, okay, we have Channels Television tweeting, breaking, Sowore to be detained in DSS custody for next 45 days. However, the DSS is at liberty to return to court via an application to ask for more days. Now, of course, there were so many reactions after this news broke, but let's take a look at just one of the reactions because of time. At Ario Aristotle tweeted, detaining Sowore for 45 days without trial is wicked, thoughtless, and evil. The guys in power today are setting a dangerous precedent through which they shall be judged out of power. Time will tell. All right. Moving on to another big story. Now, we're used to, seeing Twitter wars. It's not the first time we would experience Twitter wars, and we've seen it with celebrities, but no one was expecting this particular one to be between, the Nigerian army and the Nigerian police. And guess who brought it to Twitter? The Nigerian police. Now, during the course of the week, earlier this week, there was a report that 3 police officers and a citizen was killed in Taraba State, and a notorious kidnapper actually escaped. Now, there was a clash between the police and the army, and this clash resulted in the death of 3 police officers and a civilian. Now, of course, the Nigerian police seeking reasons as to why this happened, because they said from their own statement that these police officers went to capture this kidnapper and he was being transported when, you know, they encountered the army and all of that. Now, of course, the army, they also had their own story, but the Nigerian police right now took it to Twitter, you know, calling on Nigerians to ask the army what really happened. Now, they tweeted on their official handle at PoliceNG, #ProvideAnswersNigerianArmy. Now, this is what they wrote. We leave the Nigerian army authorities to provide Nigerians with answers to the following questions emanating from their press release. Where is the notorious kidnapper Alhaji Hamisu Bala Wadume rescued by the soldiers? How could a kidnapped suspect properly restrained with handcuffs while the police escaped from the hands of his military rescuers? Why were the police operatives shot at close range even after they had identified themselves as police officers on legitimate duty, as evident in the video now in circulation? How and why was Alhaji Hamisu Bala Wadume released by the soldiers? And if Alhaji Hamisu is a victim of kidnap as claimed and properly rescued by soldiers, why was he not taken to the army base for documentation purposes and debriefing in line with the standard operating procedures in the Nigerian army? Of course, so many questions. Now, they took this to Twitter with the hope that Nigerians were actually going to, you know, ask these questions. But it was a funny and very sad twist, because some Nigerians really came hard on the Nigerian police force. Let's take a look at some of these harsh reactions. At The Real Changes tweeted, if Nigerian army can kill Nigerian police officers this way, what is the fate of civilian Nigerians? Rest in peace, the gallant police officers. Please #ProvideAnswersNigerianArmy to forestall such occurrences. Nigerian lives matter. Nigeria will be better. At @IAM_Mike, why is no one talking about the civilian that was killed? Is he not important? Even our police didn't give details about the civilian. Who was he? Was he inside the vehicle? If yes, why was he inside that vehicle with the suspect? Very important question. At Tobalto, police kill innocent Nigerians for tattoos, laptops, iPhone, and etc. We do hashtags. Army kills policemen in Taraba, Nigeria. Police rush to Twitter to report with hashtags. Now, who is policing who? At Nafizi, I don't want to sound too mean, but #where is esprit de corps when the police is engaging civilians who are supposedly friends of the police? And at Olatunji Tijani, who is very passionate, and I mean his tweet was quite different from the rest that we saw, tweeted, replying at PoliceNG, going by the above, there is more to their death. At HQ, Nigerian Army should not let this sweep under the carpet. All right, now, so it continues. I just feel like, you know, meaningful Nigerians. I understand how some Nigerians are annoyed, especially, you know, I've come here and I've, you know, talked about the EndSARS campaign before. We've seen a lot of police brutality, but at the end of the day, you know, a life is a life. So if these questions need to be asked, they should be asked, and especially if they're counted as the good cops. So I think Nigerians, let's just take it easy. Twitter people, take it easy and let's, you know, ask these questions and hope, because at the end of the day, it's all about transparency in all levels in the country. So that's what we're rooting for. Moving on. So I don't know about you, but I am preparing to soundproof my house because EPL starts very soon, and a lot of people, I know my neighbor, like a lot of people will be coming over to like watch the football matches. So I'm getting ready to soundproof my house so that when they shout goal, I'm not going to hear anything. But, you know, just the moments leading up to the Premier League starting, of course, you know that some transfers and trades were made. Now, one that came as a huge shock to many Nigerians and maybe left a few tears in the eyes of some Arsenal fans was the selling of Alex Iwobi. Now, Iwobi's Arsenal exit, actually made a lot of people sad, and fans of the young football star leaving Arsenal. Now, he has been in Arsenal for over 17 years, so it definitely came as a shock to so many people. Let's look at some of the reactions that trailed Twitter after Iwobi's exit was announced. At Trophy Zone 1308, a committed gunner right from his tender age, sad to see you leave. £40 million transfer, 5-year deal for Everton. We wish you the very best, Alex Iwobi. At gang_Lil, 17 years at the club, hashtag Iwobi had the potential. And we see him from when he was a kid, and now he's living, and now he's going to be wearing the blue jersey instead of the red jersey. At Kelechi EFC, now all Arsenal fans know this man. All the best to my bro at Alex Iwobi. He went on to write a long, well, not so long, so I'm just going to read it briefly. Let's move on to the next slide. Iwobi, my bro, when your dad told me that you had decided to leave Arsenal, I swear I had a tear in my eye. A part of me wanted the deal to fall through, while another part of me felt a move will set you free from all the abuse and hate you get from a section of the fan base. Now, very emotional, very, very emotional. Good luck at Everton. Bless up, bro. Okay, let's move on to the next one. At Otorera. Now, this person is not in Nigeria. From coming from the youth ranks to the first team, Alex Iwobi becomes the most expensive departure in Arsenal's history. All the best at Everton, Big 17. And sad to see you go. At Alex Iwobi, you always gave Arsenal your all, and I appreciate all the memories you gave us. Good luck, and thank you for being a gunner. All right, I guess that's all we can take. Yeah, just a short video of us, Iwobi. But let's move on from that to the video of the week. Now, we all love and adore Michael Jackson just for who he was, and his legacy still continues to live on, and we cannot forget his Thriller dance and his popular moonwalk theme, the break dancing and all of that he does. Now, this video you're about to watch has been referred to as the Nigerian Michael Jackson. Well, the Nollywood Michael Jackson. In this video, you see Nollywood actress Rachel Okonkwo giving us what some people have called Munachi Jackson. That's where we'll end social media trends this week. Thank you so much for tuning in and watching. Don't forget to join the conversation on all our social media platforms at Weekend Show NG. Thank you very much for hanging in there with me. My name is Ina Peters. I'll see you next week. Bye.
She love the way I work it, let's work it. You're feeling my moves. She love the way I shake it, let's shake it. You can dance to my moves. Which only way boo? It's only way boo. I'm gonna put down on war. Which only way boo? It's only way boo. I'm gonna put down on war. You can walk on it in mine. You can walk on it in bite. You can walk on it in square. You can walk on chikoro. You can walk on gorodo. You can walk on kuluchen. Work it, feel it. You wanna know me, you really wanna know me. It's me, I'll see, not you.